You know, a lot of exciting things happened in the 70s, especially for this dude. Free love, wild outfits, big hair. But for the automotive industry, oh boy, it was a decade of new laws and big restrictions. And as a result, most of the cars, pretty unimpressive. And, well, look at the car I'm driving. This is a Pontiac Sport Coupe. I don't know what's sporty about it. It's enormous. You can tell by the color and by the seatbelt here. This was bought new by Kermit the Frog. I believe he was the original owner of this car. Although I make fun of this green, I actually kind of like it. At least this kind of pops. It stands out. So, you know, maybe the 70s weren't so bad after all. The reason I borrowed Kermit's car today is that I'm meeting up with someone who's linked to the 70s, even though he wasn't born until 1980. Hey, how are you, my friend?
Look at you, man. Look at this car, man.
Like a 70s weekend. Wilmer Valderrama got his big break playing Fez, the charmingly clueless exchange student on That 70s Show.
It's very unpredictable, so he's a nice guy. I like him.
These days, he's busy portraying Agent Nick Torres on NCIS and having a really, really nice house. Beautiful place.
Thank you very much. You know, I got this house from Chuck Norris back in 2005.
Oh, Chuck Norris, what?
Yeah.
Now, are there a lot of dents in the walls from him?
Yeah, a lot of holes.
A lot of holes.
A lot of holes.
Yeah,
a lot of holes in the
that'll
wall.
get the price down, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I love both because of that. I had a lot of fixing
Right.
to do.
Now, this looks like the one from the show, but I imagine it's not, is it?
No, you imagine
Oh, that's the one
wrong,
from
because it
in
is.
the
It
is,
the one from the 70s show, yes. This is the car we did the opening sequence on the show.
Right,
Where we're all
right.
driving, you know, and the theme song is playing. They had told us, you know, this is going to be our last season.
Right.
And something went in my brain and like, okay, so if this is over for good, I gotta take something home, you
Right,
know?
sure, yeah.
I went straight to the Vista Cruiser and I went to the props department and I said, hey, listen, I got $500. It doesn't run.
No, I just like the fact that you're a big star, you're in a hit TV show, and you convince these guys you only had $500. I mean, that's my favorite part. I go,
You know, but I did say, hey, listen, guys, I don't know when my next show is, okay?
Yeah,
Hey, listen,
yeah,
you gotta help me out here, you know?
yeah. You know what happened to somebody punched it in the nose? What happened?
So what you see is what we had on the show.
Right.
Right? I wanted to keep it as close to the show that it was. All these little dings, you know, the nose dent, they're still glued from the tape, from the microphones. They're still Velcros where they had the lights hanging,
Right,
you know? So I wanted to keep that because every time I get in the car, I get a little emotional about it because I was about to turn 18 when I booked That 70s Show, and I think like any immigrant family, we came here to work, and getting the 70s Show was exactly what every generation has experienced in America. And that's when I knew everything was possible, you know, and all I had to do was never get fired.
That is the American dream. That's what I love about it. Hey, what do we got over there? Is that a Mustang?
Yeah, so I have a 67 Mustang.
Let's check it out.
We give it a lot of love, so it was not just sustainable, but it would drive like a daily car.
Yeah.
So I could drive this and I can really, really beat it up. And so it's loud, it's fast, and it handles really, really good.
289 with a C4 automatic. Very
That's right.
nice. Well, the one that's not at all like the other two is that one over there.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
take a look.
So this is a 51 Merc.
Yeah.
And it was my childhood dream car, right? I saw the movie Cobra.
Oh, the Stallone movie.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
And said to my dad, one day I'm gonna have that car.
well, very cool, very nice. Come on, we'll take it for a ride. You can take the Mustang?
Yeah, let's do it. The Mustang is...
And I'll take the Kermit the Frog over there, and we'll do it. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Well, you've had a lot of cars. And I remember seeing you in a Lamborghini and a Bentley and a bunch of cars, right?
Jay, I was very obnoxious when I was younger. You know, I don't know, man. I never had any of this stuff. I never thought any of this was possible. So when I was a kid, I had that new money mentality, you know.
And you've done incredible. I mean, you've been working since you were 17, right? You did a bunch of movies. Now you're on NCIS.
Yeah, where I'm going into my 6th year. And now, I mean, I'm producing all kinds of amazing things and tell stories that I've always wanted to tell.
Now, what are the stories you always want? Give me a story you always wanted to tell.
There's a lot of contributions from communities of color that in history and in our history books, it never really reflected. A lot of cultures never grew up with thinking that, oh, like, you know, my culture was also heroic.
Yeah.
I have a dream, Jay, that at one point I will play Zorro.
Oh, I love Zorro. I wish they would bring it back. You remember Pedro and Bernardo? Remember Bernardo?
Yes, yes.
What was the sergeant's name? Sergeant Garcia.
Garcia, yes.
Garcia, yes. Remember?
He's like, whoa, Senor de la Vega.
Yeah. You know, you should bring back Zorro. You'd be a good Zorro.
Listen, man, I will. You will be one of my first phone calls when that happens.
I could play Sergeant Garcia. I'd be Italian. I'd be Sergeant Angelino.
You know what? You got a deal right there. You have a deal right there.